I want us to go ahead and crack open this amazing bottle of bourbon that you suggested. Right here is the Old Forester 1870 original batch. Let's pour ourselves a glass. And for those of you that are listening right now, go ahead and pour yourself a glass, kick back and relax before we get into this. And also know that you will have an opportunity to win a premium bottle of whiskey, a rocks glass set, and a chance to be a guest on the show as well. So make sure you stay tuned because I'm going to be providing you those details later on in the conversation. But like I said, John and I are going to sip this bourbon here in a moment, this Old Forester original batch. I think this is a very special bourbon. And the reason why I think it's special is because it is the first bottled bourbon that was put out on the market, as I've learned, right? And it's
what it says.
Exactly. It's what it even says on the bottle, right? But what's great, it was meticulously crafted on Whiskey Row in Louisville, Kentucky, which is another amazing thing as well. And for those of you that don't know what bourbon is, it's a form of whiskey. It's an American-made whiskey, and you have to have at least 51% corn or more to consider it a bourbon. Now, there's unbelievable, amounts of options for you to choose from, but this one for John and I felt like it was fitting for the type of leader John is, the original nature of his philosophy, and I'm glad that he's here to sip it. But at the end of the day, it's such an enticing experience to have. So I want to go ahead and, as we say in Gaelic, sláinte to your health. Cheers, John.
Cheers.
Just a little sip here. Oof. We're sipping this neat. And before we dive into this conversation, John, I'm not a bourbon guy, but I got to tell you, that's fantastic. It
is. Yeah, and it's not as sweet as some of the other Old Foresters I've had before. So that's interesting. It's usually you come off with more of like a brown sugar taste in the front end, and this doesn't have that as much, but it has it's smooth, it's 90 proof, it's good. It's nice.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And what I love about it, now, just for the audience's sake, so they can understand, and some people that are listening probably don't even know what neat means. Neat just means straight out of the bottle.
Yes.
It means that there is no introduction of any elements like water or ice. So we're not diluting the whiskey. We're getting to experience it full-bodied. So that's why John just explained some of the flavor profiles that he's had experiences with the bourbons he drinks. But you know what I get off this one is I get like a really nice oak right at the front.
Yeah,
it's
that's
almost
what you taste.
Right. You get that oak, but it's like a warm, lingering mellowness that kind of follows it with some minor sweetness. I almost got it like a honeysuckle that kind of comes along with that.
Yeah, it's definitely not same thing. It's not a very strong, sweet taste that you taste with some of the other actually Old Forester products. It's actually, it's more of the oak side and very, very light sweet taste on the front end. Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's again, not being a bourbon guy, I'm more of obviously single malt Scotch is my go-to. But I like whiskey in general. So I'm really happy that we get to experience this. But anyway, like I said,
nice.
it's great, right?
Yeah.